Ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, we are the Alchemy Lab. Currently, I am Lord Ziare still, but my name is Lee, IRL.
I am still Graccus. I have yet to turn into a bear. We'll see how things go in this episode. And my name's Carl.
And I am everyone else.
So can you
Literally everyone
presently turn into a bear, Carl? Like presently your character can turn into a bear?
I have wild shape, dude.
What? Why has it not been used yet?
I haven't, because I haven't had need for it. I mean,
It has
to be
a big
fair,
sword.
Could it be used when, like, we were fighting the T-Rex?
it wouldn't have helped because
But
nothing.
you could have done it then.
Yeah.
Could you have done it with the raptors?
Yeah.
You are
I
such a prick tease.
I was going to say, if someone tries to run away, I could turn into a raptor. Because I can turn into any animal that I've seen before.
What?
That is within one CR because I have circle forms.
Oh my God,
what are you
I've dangled
doing?
a velociraptor in front of you. Good
What
grief!
the
I
fuck
didn't know
are
you
you
could do
doing,
that.
Gracchus? Turn into shit.
5e raptor. I'm just going to check what the raptor is in 5e and if it's CR1 or not. Because if it's anything under CR1, I can turn into a raptor.
Sick. Well, I mean, you'd be turning into my raptor as well, and I think my raptor is the same as that. But we're getting off track.
We're getting off track already. Bodies of water.
Tangenting already.
Very quickly, yes, I can. It's only half CR.
Okay, excellent. So, let's get the time out. Where are you? Okay,
so we have met. We have met Lady Ziare. She seemed quite shocked that I was poorly, but maybe happy to see me. Then we met her mum, who was an old bint, who I don't like, but not I don't know about her.
She seems sus to Graccus.
Yeah, I mean, she seems sus to everything. She's been around too long. She knows the game. Then we met the daughter as well. I'm going to say she's too young to be murdering. She has nothing to gain out of this.
That's my feeling as well.
She has nothing to gain out of it. Unless, of course, she's taken off the business associate, which was your original guess, Carl. But she seems a bit too young now. Seems a bit too young.
Yeah.
Get up there, mate. I think my bet's coming in. Anyway, so we've got 3 things to do, haven't we? We need to talk to Mihre, who's coming up. We need to
she'll be here soon.
And we need to talk to the business associate, and then Poirot the shit out of this family.
Now you had a bit of a conversation just at the end of the last episode on your suspicions. There is a knock on the door.
I'll do it as before. I'll walk up to the door. Who is it?
It's Mihre with the snack.
Cool. I open the door and I signal for her to come in this time.
She comes in and she has a tray with her balanced on her hand. They look like they're mushrooms about that big, and they're wrapped in bacon. Your snack, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, damn it.
Close the door, would you, Mihre?
Before anyone eats anything, I'm going to spend another spell slot to cast Detect Poisons and Disease again.
Oh, okay, right. So
I was going to eat those because they look delicious.
Yeah, this is why I'm doing it, because I'm not taking any risks fucking here.
And that's instantaneous, isn't it?
Yeah, I can do it instantly. It lasts up to 10 minutes.
Okay, so she hands you the plate, Cassius, and she closes the door.
I'm about to eat this.
As she turns away,
I'm standing in front of the door, by the way. I haven't got out the way of the door.
Okay, she says, "Oh, I just want to close the door."
One moment, Mihre.
You reach out. Seems fine. They seem absolutely fine.
I look at Son and sort of nod. Mihre, a few questions for you before we allow you to return to your duties.
Certainly.
The pilot of the airship, does he work for the family?
Yes, he does.
We need him to be detained for a while. We need to ask him some questions.
Detained?
We need to understand the nature of the delay.
Instead of detained here, just say that I need to speak to him.
I can send for him right away.
Thank you.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
Lord Sir, where would you like
to go back to eating my mushrooms?
Also, I understand that Lord Son has a business
Associate.
You use associate. Thank you, my lord. Here in the house as well. Do you know whereabouts he is?
Mr. Brackner is on the upper floor. He is through the double doors opposite, in the guest room.
Thank you. Anything else, Lord Solon? Lord Ziare?
I don't believe so, no. Thank you, Mihre. These are delicious.
At which point I now get out of the way of the door and open the door for her.
She gives you a little bow, Lord Solon.
If you could send the pilot to my room, that would be grand.
Right away, my lord. She leaves.
Shut the door again.
Would you like one? They're quite tasty.
Yeah, now I know that they're poison-free. I'll take one and I sort of swallow it.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Good shit.
All right. If you get used to this tier 4 life.
You can get used to tier 3 and tier 2 if you remember.
From the bed, you hear just a low groan.
I'll go over because I think it might freak Solon out seeing himself standing there. I go over and put him in. So, Lord Ziare, are you okay?
Someone's brought mushrooms in.
Yes, Hera. We requested food. I sort of take the tray and put them near him. They are safe to eat. I've checked.
Thank you, Mr. Fowbreaker.
Lord Ziare, a few questions if you're feeling up to them.
Of course.
Who knew that we were coming today?
Well, obviously I knew you were coming. I told Hera to expect you. Petrov didn't know.
I'm assuming your daughter didn't either.
Sorry?
I'm assuming your daughter did not either.
She was away with my wife and mother-in-law.
Yes, the nature of their trip, if you don't mind, my lord.
Well, it had a number of purposes. It was shopping for the daughter. I think they visited one of our homes on the islands just to get away for a few days.
And I hope this isn't too personal, but I believe your wife is still grieving, I see. I noted her clothes, that she's still wearing a mourner's garb.
She's been wearing such for since Kiali
yes.
died.
My condolences again, my lord, for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Your business rival you had brought in.
Yes.
When were you due to speak with him?
We've been speaking over the last few days. Lots of negotiations.
Of course. Any formal meetings set for today? Or has he been in and out of the home regularly over the last few?
There was a formal meeting penciled in for I think perhaps half an hour from now.
So this would have been after you would have taken a look at the contracts for your staff.
Yes, after that.
Lord Ziare, I say from behind a curtain.
Please don't walk out.
No, I'm gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to clue him in, basically.
It's Mr. Valentine.
Now prepare yourself, Lord Ziare. It may look like you're looking in a mirror. This is for your safety and to let everyone know that you're well. But I'm going to look exactly like you when I appear, okay?
I understand.
So I come through.
Well, you picked a good robe.
It was a fine robe, Lord Ziare. I will hand it back presently. Now, the doctor said that you need to rest up for a few days.
Yes.
We have told the doctor that you are fine. We have told the doctor to tell everyone that you are fine. I apologize. I have taken on your visage to corroborate that story and to investigate matters further. Now, you're in no state to be talking to Mr. Breckner in half an hour. However, should you not speak to Mr. Breckner, this could cause suspicions.
Indeed.
Are you able to clue us in on what you were to be discussing, anything I must know? I won't sell your company straight away, Lord Ziare, I promise you. But if I can buy us some time, that would be most appreciated.
Well, doubtless you will have been made aware that what happened happened.
Word has been spreading across your estate, Lord Ziare, I must say.
He may not wish to discuss anything, although he may see this as a position of weakness and may want to strike, as it were.
Indeed.
We were due to discuss the shipping of grain from one of my islands to one of his.
I'm sorry, Lord Ziare. Nix.
Yes, Mr. Valentine.
Please make yourself visible, Nix.
Of course. And the pixie appears.
Sprite.
The sprite appears.
You racist.
They all look the same to me.
Lord Ziare, this is Nix, Sprite, another fey creature. I can communicate and sense through Nix, and we can communicate that way. If Nix were to stay with you, I can parlay with Mr. Breckner, and you can tell me what to say. We will just use Nix as a middleman.
I see.
If you're up to it, of course.
Well, it's it beats lying here. Let's do it.
We also have to speak to your pilot. There was a delay of about an hour for your wife and mother-in-law to come back. We just want to see what that was about.
Indeed.
When he knocks on the door, we will assume that I am still Lord Ziare, and we will take care of the...
The door will also be locked when we are not present, my lord, to ensure that no one else is able to make an attempt on your life.
That's a good idea.
Also, if Nix is to stay here, if anyone does try to enter the room, you can let us know, and I can make an appearance if necessary.
I understand.
But my lord, if I might request, try to make as little noise as possible. We need everyone in the house to believe that Cassius is you for the present time.
Should you wish to stay here for the negotiations, Graccus, I think that shouldn't be a problem.
It's entirely up to you, Cassius. I still think, I could question the pilot while you do the negotiation. Doesn't require both of us to do two. Although...
We could be spreading ourselves thin.
Given that we've portrayed it as that I am acting as a bodyguard for you since the attempt on Lord Ziare's life, perhaps it would be prudent for me to be in the meeting with a business associate to maintain the pretense of me being.
Indeed. Very well. Nix can advise us, and I will see through Nix, should I need to. Nix, when we are gone, you watch that door.
Mr. Valentine.
Do you need anything, Lord Ziare?
No, well, the mushrooms certainly helped. I think I have enough water and everything. Just perhaps a book.
A book, of course. I'll go to his... Is there books here, or do I need to be going to a library or something? Okay,
There are some books here.
I'm gonna check Lord Ziare out, and I'm gonna think about what he likes. What's this guy gonna want to read about?
Make an insight check.
So gonna boss this roll. No, I didn't. 14. Cassius is not a bookworm. It's now canon.
Well, on the shelf there are what look like kind of soft Harlequin type romance novels. They look like sort of There's like what looks like a swashbuckling adventure type story. A few mysteries, certain history books about the histories of Mihre. Not sure which he would prefer.
Swashbuckling book.
All right. Take the book over.
I hope this is to your liking. Yeah.
If not, this isn't one I've read. Worth a look. Thank you, Mr. Valentine.
You're welcome, Lord.
There is another knock at the door.
My lord, excuse me. I walk out, same routine. I walk in front of the door, I block the whole view, and who is it?
It's the pilot. Lord Ziare requested my presence.
Thank you. I open the door and again beckon him into the room.
Thank you, my lord.
You were delayed an hour, I hear. What was the reason for that?
Well, it was a delay of sort of different factors. We had a bit of a crosswind, but I know how to navigate those. That would have only added a few minutes. There was a bit of a delay caused by, with all due respect, caused by Lady Ziare, who misplaced a bag.
See.
She says she dropped it somewhere on the docks, and we had a bit of a delay with Lady Frella as well.
You were able
She was rather.
Please go on.
Well, she was rather insistent that we take a look over Atlas Island, which is just to monitor the levels of growth in the grain, and she wanted to see for herself.
I see. And the bag was found?
The bag was found, yes. Yes.
Forgive me, Lord Ziare, if I may. Which Lady Ziare are we speaking of here?
Oh, Jocasta, Lady Jocasta Ziare.
Thank you.
Yes, she dropped the bag. It sort of fell between two planks. It was lucky the strap managed to wind its way around part of it. Otherwise, she would have lost it. Very lucky, in fact.
Very lucky indeed, yes. Well, thank you for letting me know, and thank you for getting my family home safely.
Oh, that's my happy to do my job, sir. That's absolutely fine. And the grain, Lady Frella says, is looking very, very, very good.
That is fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. You are free to go.
Thank you. He departs. He bows and departs.
Okay, open door out, shut. I want to do a nature thing based on my druidic tendency. So,
yes.
What kind of how would harvest in this world work? Because obviously, with it being shattered and climates being very different on different islands, would this time of year around this area, would grain be in such a position where it would be very, very good, or looking like it's harvestable or anything like that at all? Or would it be more of a planting season, early growth?
We're approaching. So it's about mid-growth at this point. Around this area, it's relatively temperate, which is partly why so many people settled. it would be about the point where you'd be able to see healthy growth, definitely. We're at that point where you'd be able to see whether it was sort of good or a bust.
Mhm.
And it seems to be good.
Why would she care? I walk back over to the actual Lord Ziare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you heard the conversation, my lord.
I did, yes.
Would there be any reason for Lady Frella to be interested in the nature of the growth of the grain? Does she have any interest in the business itself?
Well, part of it. She is adept with chemistry and scientific things. She's helped with.
He can't see me. I'm
Just took a
behind the
look at
curtain.
face.
I'm behind the curtain.
She took a look at certain minerals in the soil to make it grow healthier.
She is adept enough to identify mineral aspects to improve plant growth.
Yes, yes. She made it's her primary trade. It's how the Frella family made its money. They're a tier 3 family.
So, with respect, Lord Ziare, in Lady Frella's eyes, her daughter married down.
Well, and she never lets me hear the end of it.
So you would say that the relationship between yourself and your mother-in-law is not the best?
Not the best, no. Not the best.
My lord, if I may inquire, the changes to the will that were made,
Yes.
what was removed? And how were things redistributed, given, I'm assuming, the confirmation of your daughter's death?
Well, I tried to distribute it evenly. She wasn't going to retain the business. That was for Petrov, but she showed no interest, and obviously she was out of the house. She was married to that man.
Forgive me for prying, my lord. Have you met him?
I have not met him.
Out again. Did he say he was staying in Mihre or did he leave? I can't remember.
I think he's
went.
staying in Mihre.
Did he? Oh, okay. I thought he left.
Mm-hmm. He's with he's working with Charon, I believe. Charon's helped him set up.
Yeah. Would you like to one day know the man that loved your daughter, perhaps?
I'm not sure. Part of me says yes, but it would be painful, I think.
An offer can be made. We may be able to contact the man. If you ever change your mind or come to a decision, please let us know. We will see if we're able to facilitate anything. Other than that, thank you, my lord. Please rest.
I'm sorry. What she was left in the will was, well, it wasn't. I left her enough to be comfortable, to live well. But she retained none of the business assets, nothing like that.
Your son's relationship with your mother-in-law, how is that?
Well, she doted on him. She dotes on him still, I think. She is very loving to all of my children.
Okay. Thank you, my lord. I won't keep you from resting. I believe it is probably time that Cassius and I go speak with your business associate.
All right. That island that they discussed, Atlas Island, that's the island in question with the grain.
How out of the way would that have been on the way back? And is it common for Lady Frella to inquire about the terrain growth, as it were?
It's not uncommon, let's say.
Understood.
She takes an interest. She is retired, but she takes an interest still in that aspect of the business.
Okay.
It's not too out of the way.
Thank you, Lord. Cassius, you ready?
Let's go.
Again, I walk out in front, open the door for Solon to exit. Once he does, I lock the bedroom again. And I start heading towards... I wait for Lord Ziare to start heading towards the meeting room.
As you move past him, you're confronted by Lady Jocasta, who is on the landing.
Is he in front of me at this point, or am I still in between them?
So you're sort of alongside each other. You would have made to walk around.
Okay.
And she is there. Why are you locking the door?
There are certain materials in relation to the attempt to murder your husband's life in there. Given the nature of what's going on, and we still don't know who is involved, securing them. Simple fact. We don't know who placed them yet, my lady. And for them to have been placed inside the house suggests that someone here had to have done that. Most likely help. And as only Lord Ziare has a key to this room, I felt it prudent to put them here and retain the key with myself.
I'm sorry, Jocasta. While this is going on, I don't want you or any of the family to be put in danger by someone attempting on my life. Where is more delicate and intimate than our bedroom? Should you open the wrong chest or brush the wrong book, anything could happen. Until I know, we need to be safe. We need to be certain about this.
The initial attempt was made using a drawer in your husband's personal desk, my lady. I'd rather be cautious and ensure that no one else may accidentally open a drawer meant for your husband and become another victim of another attack. Lucky the first time.
Make me deception. Okay, so Graccus, make me a deception check with advantage because you were just assisted by Mr. Valentine.
I think we did pretty dope there, by the way.
Mr. Valentine, make me a performance check.
I think the dice agreed, Leagues. It's a 20. Dirty 20, but a 20.
Okay.
A 1. Oh. I go inside my head and go, where the fuck are you, you Shakespeare bitch?
Okay, so she believes what you say regarding the bomb. Is the thing actually in there? I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a lie with enough.
If you've forgotten, yes. Yes,
so it's a lie with enough sort of truths to it to make it pretty convincing, and convincing in the telling.
Mm-hmm.
However, she frowns at you, Cassius.
Mm.
I see a brush with death has made you a little more warm.
Is that a bad thing?
This one must have come very close.
She's so fucking done it. She's done it.
I don't think she has.
I reckon she fucking has. Carl, my bet is still on.
I'd see.
I reckon it's her.
I don't think it is. I think it's. I think mother-in-law.
Nah, red herring.
This one must have come very close, considering how you've acted after the others.
Well, the doctor said yes, it could have killed me. But he was a good doctor and he saved me. After enough times, you start to get the message.
Well,
I'm sorry if my warmness offends you, Jocasta. I'm just trying my best.
well, it's something that you could have saved for our daughter. And she sweeps away.
Oh.
See, she sweeps away.
It's her.
Down the stairs.
I think a lot of this is the fact that she's still not knowing that her daughter's dead.
Oh, no.
Make me a perception check on her.
Both of us or
both of you?
17 plus something. I think it's 8.
18.
7.
Pretty good.
More. 17.
It's like the one
25.
skill I have a decent, like the one of those sorts of that have a decent number in. The rest of them like plus 1.
So we've got 18 and 20 lots.
Yeah, 20 lots, 25.
Okay, so she sweeps away and she storms. She just sort of storms off.
Mm-hmm.
She storms off into another room that's sort of on the way to where you're going. Both of you noticed while she was talking to you that she had a tremor in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
So so this sort of close up to her, you can see that she's very thin and she's almost quite sickly looking.
Carl saw that she was frail, didn't he?
She was frail, yeah.
You see the sort of extent of that now. There's bags under her eyes. It seems like this trip, which was supposed to be to a country estate, probably to relax, seems like it didn't do much good. She's very sort of eyes a little bit red, and very clearly a tremor in both her hands. Now, this seems involuntary to you, Cassius. So you noticed that. You noticed that it didn't stop or slow.
Would you have? So I cast detect poisons and disease on the mushrooms.
You did?
Has 10 minutes passed in game or not?
10 minutes has passed.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I have a timer right there.
The timer's right there.
I don't. That's why I asked, because I'm curious now.
Yeah, so 10 minutes has passed, yes. What was the range? So it's 30 feet, yeah? 30 feet range on detect poison disease. Okay.
But again, through walls and stuff like that limits the range.
Yeah.
So
there was nothing in the room aside from maybe the traces of it in the trap that was there.
We're in a stone house up here, aren't we? In tier 4.
Oh yeah, stone brick.
So. It's blocked by a foot of stone, so I doubt I would have been able to detect through any walls.
Okay. Well, the room was clean. The room,
which is fine.
All right. So, but yeah, hands shaking. So to you, Cassius, definitely seemed involuntary.
Yes.
Seemed like something that,
was afflicting her.
Yes. You continue on to the opposite side of the kind of square, kind of balcony, upper level. And there are very ornate double doors that lead into what looked like a guest suite.
Am I on time?
You are a little early.
I'm not going to go in early. I'm going to be exactly as exactly on time as I can be, to show that all my faculties are still there, and he's not going to take me for a weak fool.
Okay. All right. So, are you going to do anything beforehand? So you're outside these doors.
I don't think so. I don't think we have anything else to do at the moment, do we?
Is there any like staff or anything like that running around?
I think we can just survey the scene, really.
Here and there. Perception then. Perception check.
Yeah, because it's a. I scrolled off that page and look. It's a 15.
Mm-hmm.
And an 18.
Okay. So there are a few servants knocking about. Several on the bottom level. A few of them sort of catch your eye.
Are any of them up on this level?
So one of them is coming up the stairs.
I signal for that one to come over.
She does. She moves over quite quickly. Yes, my lord.
A quick question, if I may. I'd prefer to keep this private from Lord Ziare. I'm not sure if he was told you, but I'm investigating on behalf of him.
Of course, yes.
Lady...
Thank you.
Until
his life.
Until this is done, it is not over. Save your thanks for them.
I understand. Forgive my impertinence.
It is fine. Lady Ziare, Jocasta.
Yes.
Is she ill? She seems very frail to me. For someone with this grandeur of a life.
Since she glances at who she thinks is Lord Ziare.
Whatever you say will be between you and I.
And I do my best to be oblivious to this, because I can definitely hear this. I'm going to hear in secret.
Oh, yeah, but
I'm just...
also, you're pretending like the help don't exist, probably.
Okay, so she glances at him and says, aside from her prior conditions, since Lady Kiali passed away, she's been in mourning. She rarely eats. She rarely sleeps. She's been drinking a lot more wine than she was before. It's not good to speak of her in this way. I know, but
I
it will
understand.
help.
You said of prior conditions.
Yes.
And they are?
When she was young, when my lady was young, she suffered an accident that damaged her. It damaged her nerves, and her hands they've shaken since.
Does she take anything to alleviate the shakes?
Nothing will alleviate them fully.
But she does have some form of medication when necessary, then?
She does, yes.
Do you know what it is?
It's private. She doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell anyone. Aside from Lord Ziare and Lady Frella. They would know.
Thank you. I will perhaps inquire with Lord Ziare when the time is more convenient. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. She gives you a curtsy. And gives Lord Ziare a curtsy and departs. It is now time to go in. On the dot.
Shall I lead the way, my lord? And at that, when I say my lord, I give her like a wry smile to Cassius.
And I give him a wry smile and say, indeed.
Would you like me to knock or just walk in?
Right in.
Absolutely. I just open both doors, and again, I'm standing in the middle of the doorway here. And again, deliberately puffing myself up.
Well, good Lord. Look at you.
I give a slight nod of the head, and I just turn, my lord, and let him sort of signal him through.
As you enter the room, Cassius, both of you will now see a dwarf. Very large, bushy beard, very, very nice suit, top hat, cane. He is sitting on a couch that is about 10 of him long.
Mm.
He's practically reclining on it. He's got his feet up on a little poof.
Yeah.
He's got wine. He's got grapes. He is having a great time. Oh, Solon, good to see you.
Mr. Bradley, good to see you too, considering the circumstances.
Oh, call me Horace, for goodness sake.
As you wish, Horace.
Heard you had some trouble.
Well, nothing can keep me away from this meeting, Horace.
Just like a good businessman, the world don't sleep. That's what I always say.
Indeed it doesn't. The world doesn't sleep.
Don't know what that was. The world doesn't sleep. Doesn't make much sense to other people, but to you and me, we know it. We
understand, Horace. Yes, the world doesn't sleep.
Well, it's good to see you up on your feet. Now, have some wine. If you're able, of course.
Is he drinking the wine?
He is drinking the wine.
I think I'll abstain, Horace. The doctor said I need to take it easy.
You know best.
Well, these negotiations, I'm sure, will be fiery enough. Should I put some wine into my system, it may send me over to the edge, and then I will be sleeping if the world does not.
Well, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to be talking. So,
where were we?
Atlas Island. That's where we were. At good old Atlas Island.
Yes, I've heard the grain looks good. Very good, in fact.
I would expect no less from an associate of the Frella family. Those wonderful, wonderful chemists that they are, wonderful biologists that they are. I would expect no less.
And where did we fall in our last negotiations? I apologize. An assassination attempt makes the mind foggy.
That's good. I like that saying. I should use that more often.
Well, hopefully not, unless you're getting assassination attempts yourself, Horace.
All the good God time, my friend. All the time. So many. Anyway, well, we were discussing the shipping. We were discussing the amount that could be shipped between Atlas Island and Brecca Island.
And where were we?
Well, we were about to negotiate loads, I believe.
Okay.
He puts on a little pair of spectacles.
Mm-hmm.
Now, according to my notes here, we have... here it is. Yes. You're due for 122 tons of grain. So a lot of tons of grain.
122,000 tons of grain.
101. Oh, I think. Oh, yeah. 122,000.
Yeah. That's what I said to Nix, so Nix can hear. So Nix can hear this, and Nix is relaying this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Am I getting anything from my bloody business partner? I'm doing his negotiation. He needs to buck up.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Ziare says that you should offer half.
I think we can do half.
Half? Good
Half.
grief. Half of all that grain?
Yes, 61,000 tons.
Well. 40 up front.
We can do 40 up front, but 61,000 in total.
Now 40 up front, now you're speaking my language. 40 up front. 40,000 tons up front. But we're going to need more than half. I got a lot more people on Breaker Island than you do on Atlas.
Well, that is supply and demand, isn't it, Horace?
Oh, that it is. I think 40 up front. I'm going to say 50 up front. That'll, people will have to keep their belts tight for the winter months. But 50 up front, we can certainly do. And then after that, well, I would say 50 at the end, another 50 at the end of spring.
So 100,000 altogether.
Mr. Ziare has, well, a lot of what he said is rather dirty. He thinks something about sticking the grain up. Well, I think you get the picture.
Horace, are you trying to butt fuck me here?
Good Lord. Good Lord.
I thought this was a negotiation.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, make me a counter offer then. It's not my intention to go so hard into the back door.
Yes, the Ziares need to be wooed first, Mr. Brackner. You started with 122. We came down to 61. You took me up to 100. A counter offer.
45 up front.
What was that?
There's 45 up front.
Mm-hmm.
And then 25 in the spring.
45 now. 25 in the spring.
Well, I never.
Winter is a harder time. Winter is a harder time, and we're only 5 down.
45 up front. 45 up front, all right. I'll agree to that. But 25 in the spring? Now who's a butt fucking who, Mr. Ziare?
Oh,
He puts his glasses to the end of his nose.
I'm starting a thing now.
Well, at least I tried to woo you first. I brought you back home. I gave you comfort and leisure and wine.
Indeed you did.
That's much more conducive to a butt fucking, don't you think, Horace?
While this is going on, I want to take a look at Horace and see what his reactions to the whole "I brought you back" food, like the comfort and wine bit. See if there's any signs of like guilt or.
No, this is more tongue in cheek though. I'm talking about as in I've taken him on a date. I've brought him back. I've wined and dined him, so he should be more conducive to getting a penis up his bum.
Roll me an insight check, Graccus. Yeah. I didn't think it would go this way, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water.
Neither did I. But I'm watching this show about Catherine the Great called The Great on HBO Go at the moment.
Great butt fucking.
Yeah, just at one point though, like this priest goes to the other guy and is like, "I've heard you wanted to butt fuck her," and it came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Butt fuck." That is a striking thing to say. So I wanted to.
About Catherine the Great?
Yeah.
Was it done in a Russian accent?
No, it's all British people.
About to say, Catherine's been played by, I believe, Meryl Streep.
Yeah, Nicholas Hoult.
No, not Meryl Streep.
Nicholas Holt's the emperor.
Yeah.
From Skins.
Not Meryl Streep. Who is it?
Tangential.
Yeah.
Let's come back to the butt fucking.
Yeah. What was your insight check?
8. It was not good. I think even I was caught off guard by it, to be fair.
Yeah, you didn't expect it to go this way either. He's just sort of he seems to be chuckling along. Doesn't seem guilty at all.
Cool.
Well, I'm no cheap date, Mr. Ziare. Well, I 25, honestly. All right. 45 in the winter, 30 in the spring.
So 75 total.
Mr. Ziare, he says there's some adjustment needed there, but he seems happy with the overall amount.
Now the amount, okay, I can live with, but we need to adjust the amounts as to when you receive these.
All right. So 70,000.
70,000.
I suppose.
He's actually just dropped himself at 5,000, but I'm playing along.
Oh, 75,000. 75,000. 75,000.
I thought I'd talked you out of 5,000 there.
Oh, well, no.
Those glasses don't seem to be working too well there, do they?
I tell you what.
$75,000 now, less now, more later.
45. Let's say 40. Let's say 40 for the winner. And we'll say 35 for the spring.
Nix, where the fuck are you? Very well. 40,000 now for the winter, 35,000 in the spring, 75,000 total.
Well, now I won't be able to sit down for a little while, but I'm sure I will be able to strut around once we negotiate the price. But we'll leave that for later, I think.
Indeed. While this has been raucous, I think I should retire now.
Now that your lovely wife and your mother-in-law have returned, I doubt I'll be seeing you for dinner.
Well, there's always drinks and cigars after, isn't there? If I have one more nap, perhaps I can stretch to a glass or two.
I look forward to it.
Thank you, Horace. Enjoy your day, and I will see you after dinner.
He extends a hand.
I'll go for it.
They shake hands. That's what that movement was. All right, and he goes back to quaffing.
Quaffing and eating grapes.
Indeed.
And trying to butt fuck lords and ladies. Well, not necessarily ladies, unless they're businessmen, you know. It's me. Anything can happen. Be more progressive. Jeez.
Yeah, Mihre.
Yeah, bloody
Jesus, Mihre. Well, you never know. All right. So you leave. You leave there. Any parting thoughts?
That was exhilarating, Graccus.
Honestly, I'd rather have forgotten how dull this could be from a point of view of just the muscle.
Oh, I loved it.
Perhaps we don't discuss this here.
Perhaps we could go into grain someday.
I feel we may need to accrue a large amount of wealth, my lord. Perhaps not here.
Indeed, indeed.
Well, On that note,
the sword and the silver tongue becomes the wheat sheaf and the sickle, and it's just a farming sim for the rest of it.
What?
I don't know what's happening. The yield isn't good enough.
Look. I'll talk to I'll talk to the animals and see.
Aren't you a fucking druid? Why are you butt fucking me?
Look, it's not my idea to start this venture.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, bodies of water, we'll finish there. That one ran a little long.
The wheat sheaf and the scythe has concluded.
Indeed, that one ran a bit longer than the others, but all the more for a bit of butt fucking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share the videos.
Smash
All of
those
it
that
helps.
ask first.
Absolutely.
Smash those buttons, but always, be courteous.
Get consent
first. Yeah.
All right. Take care, everybody.
Brilliant. See you later.